up, Troy?
Happy Friday, Jerry.
Good to see you, man.
Whew, good to see you too, man. Good to see you too. It's been a week.
I'm ready for a good weekend, man.
I'm ready for a good weekend too.
I'm gonna get really fucked up.
I got to hit that thing.
A pretty special piece, man.
Got some vapes to beat up.
Vapor streaming, just what you needed. Glad that you're here.
Happy Friday, brother.
Happy Friday, Jerry. Man, it feels fucking good to be here. It feels good to see all the comments in the chat. It's neat to see all people lighting up for the old school intro.
Yeah, that's your pick, man. I like it. That's twice in a row you picked that thing, man. I love it.
I think because last week when I did it, it was because I missed Emily, yeah, honestly. And I'm like, we got to change it up a little bit just to like, I don't to not be in the sads, you know. I don't want to be in the sads. And then this week I'm like, hey, last week it kind of worked, you know, because like I was feeling a little bit sads, missing the Emily at the beginning of the show, and yeah, like seeing people light up in the chat, seeing people gather. What's up, Vapvana Cal, Jezza Chronic, Wing Spread.
We got 3 different intros now too, don't we? Like 3 songs.
We got more than that if you count all the variations, but yeah, 3 different intro songs.
Like there's a middle one where like we need to give some love to next time, I think. So
yeah.
That's fucking great, man. Good to see you, bud. Good to see you.
Hey, good to see you too, man. It's been a rough day. It's been a rough day so far. So I'm looking forward to easing up, you know?
Yeah. Want to have a ball?
Yeah, I want to have a bowl.
Let's have a ball. How you guys doing in the chat? You have a ball with us, man?
Yeah.
Let's do it. I'm ready. I'm packed and ready. You ready?
If you want to get into it that quick, yeah, we can.
I don't want to hold back on the weed.
Look at people. They're dabbing in the chat already. People are dabbing it up.
Yeah,
people got their D's out. Well, let's have a bowl, and then yeah, we'll take it from there.
All right. I'm grabbing my ace for this first bowl here, man.
Hey, me too.
All right on.
What a coinky dink.
Oh, we can be friends. Like that pose. You look good. Like you got something to say.
Bro, I have so many things to say. People aren't going to want to hear all of them, though. So I got to be selective. I've been using this piece. I felt so bad after doing the Ace show, dude. I had this thing ready to pull out and use because it's the new bong from Vapvana. You can use code Troy and Jerry.
What's up? Let me get you bit.
I was supposed to use this. Was that last week?
Yeah. Last week we were doing that shit.
I was supposed to use this last week in the Ace preview stream, and I wanted to start off with my usual bong and then move to this one, so I could make a statement about how it compares. And then for some reason, it just like I think I got high, Jerry, last week.
Pretty sure that happened, bro.
You know what it was? It was I had to do a comparison between the big bowl and then the big glass bowl, and I also had to compare the big bowl between the pinch hitter and the Ace. So I did more big bowls and these are 4 times the size that I'm usually vaping now. Like I've been only using the micro bowl. So yeah, last week I got tits out ripped, man.
We did, man. We did.
I would have fucked anybody last week.
Right? I was bumming. I was all the way in Cali. I mean, Florida. You're in Cali. I'm in Florida. I could have had an easy one. Nope. Proximity, folks. It's all about proximity. I'm going in for another half bowl because I wanted to finish what was in my grinder so I can grind up some Snowtail because it's Friday night, motherfucker.
Oh shit. Okay. I had to go to the dispensary the other day. I went bankrupt this week. Like it happened.
Oh, like for real, like not playing.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit. Like I am down to my last nug. So yeah, I scraped out my Patreon funds, used my Patreon funds to buy some herb. Went to the dispensary, and dude, all of the strains were gelato. I'm like, take me to the
Pink
half
strawberry
ounce, to the half ounce section, and they're like, oh, we got gelato runts, gelato mint, gelato 33. I'm like, really? Like every
You see,
that was hilarious.
comedian Brian Regan. Remember Brian Regan?
That name sounds so familiar. Why is that name?
Dude,
So
he did this thing about cranberries. He was talking about, man, whoever's the cranberry salesman's kicking ass, man. He's like cranberries in the tea and cranberries and this and that. Cran apple, you got apples? How about cran apple? You got crepe? How about cran grape? Doing all this thing. And that's what the fucking weed guys are doing with their gelada. You need gelada in that?
dude, have you tasted cranberry by itself?
No.
Like without sugar?
Well, have we tasted anything in this country without sugar?
Well, that's a good point. But I mean, you've eaten like an apple.
Yeah.
Right? And
That's
an orange. Where
I hear
are
you.
we?
They're more tart than sweet, honestly. So yeah.
Yeah. Like you gotta add shit to cranberries to make that shit drinkable, edible, whatever.
If it doesn't come out in one giant log out of a can, I don't want to eat it.
If it's not a gelatinous log, honestly, I don't think I've ever had the gelatinous cranberry log. I've always seen it memed and referenced. People talk about it all these Thanksgivings, and I'm like, this is something like my family's never done. I've never fucking seen the gelatinous cranberry log.
Okay, so I grew up with it. I haven't had it in decades. I prefer the home fresh made shit that my wife does, but yeah, dude, it comes out of a can like Jello, and it has the can shape. Like if you can shake it and get it to come out one piece, it's got those little ridges.
How do you shake it again?
Like this, like it was a big dick.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah, that's the idea. Yeah, that's what you're looking for, right?
For video editing purposes later.
There you go, great. I forget.
Can you put up a green screen and do that one more time?
Fuck off. I could. That's the problem. So yeah, man. Oh shit. Well, let's you want to get into the news here, man? We talked about getting in earlier.
Yeah, let's do that as soon as I can find all the buttons. Ready to do the news? Oh, I'm just doing my fingers.
Yeah, that's the last time you can do that one.
Shit. That was my plan B. And now it's ruined. Now it's ruined. All right, Jerry. Man. Damn, it's been a week in the news. Oh shit, I gotta do my thing here.
You want to click a button for us, man?
This is a hard job doing everything by myself.
Right. I'm telling you, man.
If you haven't seen, if you were following Mr. Matthias 710, the guy famous for doing nose dabs, now he's famous for doing other things too. He had a brand that was called Fueled by Mids. Turns out it's a little bit more like Fueled by Kids. He got busted for sending dick pics to a 13-year-old. Kind of sucks. So too bad. Like,
it's hard to get away from that one.
Yeah, kind of sad. Liger 420 and our boy Pigeons 420 both made videos going over all of the evidence and all the shit that was exposed out on them. So you want to go and unfollow or whatever. He was on our list of people to hook up with a ball vape or a grinder and get him on the show. So we had to nope, never mind. Yeah, he's stepping away, rightfully so. Goodbye, Matthias 710. Oof. Hello, new way to dab with terp slurpers and the dab ready. One of the problems I've had with the hot hole systems, and the dab ready was the original hot hole. Great for bucket bangers, and here you should see it with a bucket banger, and it adapts well to finger bangers, like the tall slurper like bangers like this, but it never really worked with terp slurpers.
Right.
until now. So if you watch real close here, he's gonna pull a terp slurper out of the dab ready. Ta fucking da. And he dumps off 2 little metal collars into an ashtray. And those little metal collars were like wrapped around the vaporization column of the terp slurper, which is that's where you want your heat. And that's why coil-based heaters just never worked with terp slurpers, because with the terp slurper, Jerry, you need your heat like right in here. You know? So if you put a coil around it or here, it's heating the melt dish. You need the heat up here, not here. So Brian's found a way to do it with his coil-based device, which is pretty fucking cool.
Of course he has. That's dope. I need to get that then, because I mean I've got that thing down in my living room. All I need to do is get a little collar and go to town. I like that.
We're going to talk about that later. We're going to talk about what's in your living room.
Right. That's awesome, man. I dig that.
I'm
Nice.
excited to see this. Yeah. Follow oldhead.co or Brian Got High on Instagram for more information.
Woo.
Yeah.
You've got this. Awesome.
U.S. Appeals Court, Jerry, has identified THCO or hemp-derived THCO as federally legal under the Farm Bill, which most of us assumed it was before, but there had been some disputes and things going down with all the government fuckery that basically deemed that not the case, you know?
Yeah, I read this article and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, they're talking about THC. Oh, like we've got so many different little like bastardizations of the molecule going on right now. And I thought it was interesting because they're trying to regulate something that they don't understand, obviously, but they're trying to define all of these hemp products and all of these different molecules and where they come from based on this 0.03% THC thing that we did a few years ago. Remember with the hemp bill, and they decided that 0.3% is the legal limit for CBD and hemp, and you go above that, and now it's marijuana. And I was reading this, going, Jesus, they got this shit in here. And now they're trying to, and that's a fucked up thing to do anyhow. So now they're trying to build all these other understandings on that, and they're trying to regulate other molecules based on this 0.3% thing. That's just like, geez, they're nuts, man. Like, they're nuts. The good news is, hopefully, they're going to take a lot of this synthetic stuff off shelves. I won't touch that shit personally. If it's not natural, I don't want it. So,
yeah, this is interesting. He said that this ruling could even have implications on THCA, which is another cannabinoid that DEA deemed federally illegal. So, yeah, fucking hell.
Yeah, and that was interesting because like the DA said it was federally illegal, but it's not a law. It's like that's their opinion of the thing. So, I mean, what they did say is this ruling that they did could make it easier for us to get all the other molecules and stuff. So this could be a good thing for overall for weed, because they're trying to tighten up loopholes, and then this comes along. So
yeah.
Anyhow,
yeah, I don't know how I feel about all of these hemp derived cannabinoids, to be honest. Sometimes they're a little too processed for me. Even when it's like one of those things where it's like, oh, well, it's found naturally in 0.0001 percent, whatever, and now you're just able to experience it times 1,000,000% because we're converting CBD into this and then adding the oxygen and then doing this, and now it's this, ta-da, it's
yeah,
I don't know if I like that as much as I mean, I like the math. Shit, my USB device is dying. Can you still see me?
Yeah, you're good so far.
Okay, good. I think it's time to move on. That story was from Marijuana Moment, by the way.
Yeah. I was just going to say real quick that they talk about how they like the synthetic ones or the ones that we fuck with because they're more economically derived from CBD. All that really means, and this is what we learned, Troy, going to these shows and stuff, is that we have a surplus of CBD. We have warehouses of CBD, and they don't know what to do with it. And they're just running it through different acidic wash processes and getting shit
Oh,
out the
yeah.
other end and going, here we go. And I'm just like, not me.
Bro, I remember seeing this guy streaming on Instagram, one of those CBD guys. He showed this room where he had probably 30 or 45-gallon buckets, and he opened one, and it was just white CBD powder, and he literally took a fingernail full and bumped it like like the good CBD, bumping the straight CBD. Yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, I guess we're inhaling our way.
Speaking of putting CBD in fun places, their tests show that these CBD-based vaginal suppositories are improving with menstrual pain.
Yeah, I would not have thought of that. Like I told you, we got too much CBD. We're putting it everywhere.
I mean, when my wife is suffering, she takes gummies. So like the THC gummies are a good thing. And down here lower in the article, there's actually a lot of stuff about female orgasm disorder, which I didn't even know was a thing. I've never heard of this thing, but apparently sometimes women struggle to have orgasms, and the THC and weed help. There's showing that all these women are showing not only improved orgasm rates, but improved orgasm satisfaction, like a better quality. So hell yeah,
100% good for everybody on the planet.
Another win for weed. All right.
Yes, I love it. Who'd have thought that if you took it and you put it there, that good things would happen?
Yeah. Roll out the. I'm sure they already exist. The CBD lubes and things like that. You know.
Well, I have seen some of those. You're absolutely right.
Right. Now they're gonna double, triple. You're gonna see them at Target next year. Target already sells like sex toys and shit now.
Really? Okay. We're fucking out. We're loosening up here, man.
Speaking of selling shit,
yeah.
If you are in Northern Carolina or North Carolina, I guess it's a state, not a region.
There you go, brother. That's my California friend right there for you, folks. Don't worry. All us East Coasters, we're good.
My apologies. Well, this will make it up to you. You can buy weed now. Like you can go to the Native American reservation because of some recent law changes. They've been able to sell to themselves on reservation land for a while now, but now due to some changes in policy or whatever, they're able to sell to visitors starting tomorrow. So go visit those Native American. I think it's a specific one right now, but others are going to follow suit according to the article because they can. This is just the first one to do it.
Right. I love that, dude. And I really, anybody's around there, I encourage you to support them, man. I'm all about anytime that I love it when the Native Americans can give the U.S. government the finger and go, here, we'll take care of that. I mean, it's not legal in North Carolina recreationally. It's just medicinal. And so they're, well, you can come here and get it. I think it's great, man. I love it.
If you're from North Carolina or this region, the Great Smoky Cannabis Company, this is where you want to go. Can we get the just maps or something? The terrain, makes it so hard to see. Why is Google Maps going to be all difficult? Okay, so it's by Kentucky, Knoxville, Atlanta.
They're going to get all the heavy duty, we don't like weed states coming over there.
Oh, yeah, because those are all not weed-friendly states, aren't they?
Yeah, those fuckers will sell out on the first day, man, easy.
Lots of people are going to be traveling to the mountains. The Great Smoky Canyon. It's like in the mountains and everything.
So what the fuck the cops are going to do, man? They're just going to hang out just outside the reservation and follow everybody who leaves? I mean, it's going to be interesting.
Probably, because, it says that you can't consume it in the store, and it's illegal everywhere else. So I mean, yeah, cops could be dickholes and just sit there, you know.
Yeah, that's great. Good luck. Good luck.
Well, let's see how it goes at least, right?
Right.
Uh,
I think that's awesome, man.
Speaking of awesome, completely awesome, the
Yeah.
8th annual Make-A-Wish fundraiser from Ed's TNT. This guy brings it every year. This guy brings it.
Right. Love Ed, man. And this is one of the best things in the community, like you said, every year. A lot of vape companies get together and contact Ed and donate stuff for the giveaway, and then or for the auction kind of thingy. I forget how he does it, but anyhow, you buy the shit, and all the money, because the stuff was free, people donated the stuff. You buy it, and all the money goes to the Make-A-Wish Foundation, which is fucking awesome. So this has been going on for a while. It's like the 8th annual, man. It's doing great. Yeah. So if you're a vape maker or seller, and you want to donate something, contact Ed, man. The more the merrier, I think. More vapes.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Way to go, Ed's TNT.
Love it, Ed. Keep it up, buddy.
This is the last one.
One of the goodies in the industry.
That's not news. That one's my wife's stuff. All right. And that's the news. Yeah.
We have one more. Did you?
Was there?
Yeah, I was just going to mention. Remember we you and I both collaborated on Instagram about the because we talked last week about how Ralph was going to drop some bake X's, and he did, and of course they were gone in no time. And then we forgot that there's that one guy who bought some, so you can get them elsewhere too. And
This
we
one.
put that. Yeah, so there's another place to get these vapes. And he's still got a few. I checked earlier today, and he said, "Yeah, we still got some." So if you didn't get it on the drop, this guy's got a few. You can still get one. They're crazy hard to get.
Yeah. It should be a shame that those are still available. They're still available.
Yeah, that's just about people not knowing. That's people don't know.
Yeah.
So that's all I want to get the word out. There's no way they should have these vapes in stock.
Yeah. People crying that they missed out on the drop for the 14th time in a row.
Right.
You know what I
Go
mean?
there, man. Go there. Exactly. Awesome. And yeah, and so and that's the news.
And that's the news. Sponsoring the show and the news, which we still forgot to do at the beginning.
Yep. We'll get good at that one of these days, man. But
One of these, you gotta start shocking each other. Like we'll have a system set up where, like, if I hit the button, you get shocked, and if you have a button, hit the button, I'll get shocked. Whenever we fuck up.
boy, that would not be a fun night for us.
And then, like the paid subscribers have access to a button that they can vote on.
Wow.
Send us to get us both shocked.
Wow. That's scary. Jeez. Can you imagine that, man? Like, if you could just fuck with us like that live at will on the show, that'd be nuts, man.
I think it'd be hilarious. It'd be hilarious. Like, make people donate $1 to shock you.
It costs more than that to shock my old fart ass. That's for sure, man.
$2 to shock me.
Hey, man, play Kisses Shock Me, man. That's one of my favorite song in elementary school. So,
What? Who?
Shock
Kiss?
Me. Kiss, yeah. Ace Frehley wrote that and did the lead on that thing. Slamming lead guitar solo.
With 10% contribution by one of the other guy. I wish I could recall another member of Kiss other than Ace Frehley. Gene Simmons.
You did it. Good job, man. Yeah. There's a guy named Paul
Stanley.
Yeah.
Is it Stanley? Is it seriously?
It is Paul Stanley and Chris. Wasn't Chris Peter Chris was the drummer. Peter Chris was the drummer, man. But Ace Frehley was the one I dug, man. So
Ace Frehley. He plays the guitar? What?
yeah, lead guitar. He's got some really good solos and back in the day. But anyhow, that particular solo was my favorite. It fucking rocks. So anyhow, we went way off the wall with that one, but yeah, that's out there.
Yeah, it's because we did that bowl coming in. I want to spend a few minutes here before we get into our meat of tonight's show about all the things that we're using. If we're not reviewing, if we're not testing, what are we pulling out? That's the main topic tonight. But before we get there, I want to spend a few minutes with the chat and do a little bit of Ask Troy and Jerry anything. And we're going to do this weekly, so you can bring your questions if you can't think of them. But rapid fire style questions, either one of us or both of us, happy to answer whatever you got right now.
Sure.
For a few
Sure.
minutes.
We'll give you a minute there because there's a little thing there. Dude, my man's got a Kiss pinball machine.
Dude, yeah,
Josh,
there's a Kiss pinball machine.
Josh, are you saying Kiss toured with Rush for a minute? That would have been the dream show, man.
It's got to be 6.
I'm going with 6 on that. It's been 6 my whole life. Could it be something else?
Thoughts on the Tempest? The Tempest is badass.
Yeah. Recommend.
For
Big
sure.
recommend on the Tempest all day.
Yeah. Bags or whips on the Volcano?
You know, for me, it's bags. It cooks too quickly for me on the whip because I like to slow it down with the whip. So I stick with the bags.
Okay.
What about you?
I don't know. I'm kind of torn. I like both. I feel like when I bring out the Volcano, it's for bags.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
But then
you're
if
right.
I'm gonna sit there and use it on my desk, it's gonna be probably the whip.
Yeah.
What beats the Dynavap?
What beats the Dynavap? It what?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, in its lane, there's not much there. You know what I mean? There's stuff like the Anvil and the Donnie and now the Tempest and the Camouflage. I think there's one more out there I'm not thinking of, but they're also different. You know what I mean? Like totally different. I mean, not totally different, but you know what I mean, Troy? They're either really big in convection or, you know, all these real differences.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there may be something that can do what the Dynavap does, but if it's in that same interface, then it's just a copycat, and I wouldn't want it. I think the other similar products, they're not Dynavap replacements. They're Dynavap extensions, if anything, even if they're not Dynavap. You know, like the Anvil and things like that. They're not Dynavap performance. They're not Dynavap components. And they may adapt to Dynavap components at some level, but those are completely different vapes with completely different like use cases and intentions in my opinion.
Yeah, and you know what? Now that I think about it, I mean, look, the Hyperdyne is what I would pull out over any other Vap Cap and those right now, anyhow. So for me, it's like if I had the Hyperdyne, I already don't. I'm not. That's what I would reach for anyhow. So like for me, they did a great job with that vape, I think.
Yeah, and name another vape that you could throw out at a parade. You know, like if you were at a parade and everybody was smoking weed, the throwing Dynavap bees.
That'd be awesome.
Like, you know, they're cheap, they're durable, they last forever. They can be passed down through generations if you really wanted them to.
They can get wet. Yeah, absolutely, man. Like
yeah.
Okay, that's a good question. I like that. I hope we went the right direction with it.
Will I grow again? I don't know. Probably not. Never at the level that I was doing it before, unless I move somewhere that has cheaper electricity or solar panels or something. Yeah, it's just too costly to do it here. I might do it in smaller batches or something, but yeah, no more 5x5s, no more multiple tents, no more farming. I am not a farmer.
Gotcha, man.
I'm wearing pants tonight. Shorts. Yeah, I'm wearing shorts tonight.
Yeah, I'm going pants. I pretty much always have pants on here anyhow. Like if I'm streaming, you know, I like walking around the house naked, but not during a stream.
Yeah, I did it a couple weeks ago when it was like crazy hot. I had no choice, dude. It was like yeah, it was. I might have been shooting a video with you. I forget, but yeah, I was fucking pantless. Left a really, really weird leg and ass back mark on my chair. It was, yeah.
Yeah, I remember those times when you would turn the camera off to get up. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Can we do some meet and greet? Meet and greet. Yeah, we can do some meet and greets next time Jerry and I are together somewhere. That's for sure.
totally. And like actually, like even like I was putting a call out the other day of people in my area of Florida. Let me know, man. I think we should get some people together. We're all just kind of scared to come out in this state, and so it still rings out, man. If you're from Florida, I want to know. See what we can figure out. What do you got here for me?
I've always wanted to build a trebuchet. I've built catapults and things like that, but I've always wanted to build like a real trebuchet. I think that'd be fun.
What is the difference here? What's the distinction?
Oh, I don't know the technical, so I don't want to pull something out of my ass and have it not.
Never heard of a trebuchet though. Like I don't even know what the fuck that is.
Like a catapult is just like counterweight and a lever.
Yeah.
You know, like it flings a rock.
Okay.
But a trebuchet has like a counterweight and then a moving fulcrum or something that like changes the balance point to like really get maximum leverage. I don't know what the difference is, but the trebuchets are more complicated.
Interesting. All right.
Dude, that's very curious. I've never heard of this.
Me neither. You and I have vape tops before, but I don't know about this.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Anything better than yeah. Yeah, there is.
Yeah, I'd rather have the venti.
Me too. What do I think about the hybrid? I like it. I think the hybridine's cool.
I do too, man. You're gonna hear about it a little later. Because it's one of the ones I still like when we talk about what we have, that's one I have. So
if it's going in your pocket, Tiny might. If it needs to be in your pocket, Tiny might. But if it's going in your glove box or if you're vaping it around the couch, I would say Solo 3.
I'm kind of torn there. I might just grab the Tiny Mite all the time at this point. I got to get the Solo 3 back in rotation. I finally got a new stem, so that's one thing I mentioned or I was going to mention tonight is the Solo 3 is not on my list, but it's because I broke a stem and it was no longer. I couldn't use it. You know what I mean? So I'm like, fuck, but I was using it before then. So we'll see.
The Tiny Mite too is also you're honeymooning right now with that purple heart one.
Dude, it's so good. It's so good.
Right? Yeah. Will review the Firewood 9. I don't know. I mean, if he wants us to.
You'd have to get it in my hands first, though. I don't have it.
Yeah.
So
I think that guy stopped talking to us or something when we said something that we didn't like about his vape. I don't know what happened, but
I don't remember not liking anything about it. I remember we did the Firewood 4. I had the 3 and 4. And
I think the last one we talked about was like the 6. Like
Didn't you send me yours? You had 2 6s and you sent me one. Was that the one you sent me, the 6? I was stoked to get that little thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah, it was the first one that I didn't like. And then I never heard from him again.
This is the squeezy thing, right? Yeah, guys, I don't know anything about the 9 or the 8 and only a little bit about the 7, but I'm pretty good earlier than that. But nothing but respect for the vapes, man. They're great. They're great vapes.
Both.
Yeah, I want one without the other. But I guess if I had to say, I'm probably more booty than but both.
Oh yeah, there's a big difference between Volcano and Extreme Q.
Yeah, I think the Volcano hybrid anyhow, those bags are thicker like clam chowder. The Extreme bags are kind of lighter and tasty. The biggest problem with an Extreme bag for me is that I have to stir the bowl midway while I'm blowing it up, and it takes a long fucking time to blow it up. So
yeah, and it doesn't really blow up if you don't kind of lift the bag up. Like it's easy to make the riser completely stop blowing its bag. Like, oh, the bag pinched in a certain way, and now it didn't blow. It like just sat there blowing itself for a minute.
Where does the vapor go, Troy? Exactly. And I was always a whip with the Extreme Q, and that was my first vape, and I love the thing. And I thought I was going to want it for the bags because I really wanted a Volcano. And instead, I just used the vape nonstop. I'll whip for that one. So
I bet Jerry's still using the fogger.
Actually, I haven't used it in a minute, only because well, I've got something else that we've been testing that we hope to cover soon. So um yeah, I was using it until this latest thing I'm testing came in. And I'm glad you brought that up because I need to get that back in the rotation. I think it was fucking me up.
I would love to get my hands on that tornado.
There's a tornado.
The thing from Vestrato. We talked about it in the news last week.
Oh, right, that thing. Yeah, that looks pretty cool, man. I'd love to drop that on a bong. There, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if or when.
I don't know. They're a little bit reluctant about this. We actually shared ball vapes with Jurgen. I talked to Jurgen about ball vapes when I was in Germany, and then when he was in California, Jerry and I seshed with him, and we brought him some ball vapes. But dude, his throat was roached. Like the dude couldn't talk. Like he was like, you know. So like he hits this ball vape, and then he's like coughing out vapor, you know, like, and vapor's coming out of his mouth. And then he's like, oh no, it's too rough. It's like, well, no shit, your fucking throat is, you've been drinking acid all day or whatever you've been doing, dude. You know? So
yeah, I don't think so, man. Like, my impression of the European vape scene with the little bit that I got in touch with over there was that when they really want to get fucked up, they like their hash. And if they're vaping flower, they're doing it kind of light vapor, low temp. And when we got to that castle, dude, I finally found a volcano and I was in there and they were hitting that thing in like 350 and doing dozen bags off. I was like, give me that damn thing. And I put it all the way up to 445 and people looked at me like I was fucking nuts. So I tell that little story just to say that I don't think they see the need for it. Honestly, like I don't think they're gonna do that. No. Nah, man.
I know a couple days ago somebody left a comment on my blog that their venti just got the error message, but they didn't say if it was like a new one or if it's like one that they've been running since January or whatever. I know that there's been several hardware updates as well as software updates regarding the error. And according to Jurgen, what he told Jerry and I is that most people don't have any problems whatsoever. So the people that are having problems are still, you know, winning the bad luck lottery, basically. So it's an illusion that they're all going bad. Like when you do a search and you see 3 people on Reddit and then there's everybody saying, yeah, mine too. You're getting people that may have had errors from months ago that are from the problematic time. But that's the problem with like internet consensus. It isn't a real consensus. You know, it's just the vocal minority that presents itself. So we're never really going to get, unless somebody like Planet of the Vapes sells 100 venties this week and then follows up with those same 100 people every week saying, hey, did you venti air it out? You know, that's the only real data that we would be able to trust, or the something from Stores and Bickle if they were to release and say, here's the serial number graph with where the venties are airing and where they're not. You know, we can't rely on 5 people commenting on all their Instagram posts, you know?
No, you're right. And you know, people who've had like multiple failures, like I mean multiple, like how many again did you get? Those people probably are using it in a way that probably gets them there, like probably does that. And I'm not saying it's their fault, the vape shouldn't do it, but I'm saying if the vape has a problem and if they're using it a certain way, maybe that's doing it. But that's so hard to determine from a troubleshooting perspective. I mean, nobody's sitting there watching them use it or anything. So it's pretty hard there. I will say, it was about a little less than 2 weeks ago that I asked about it. It was right about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I asked about it at Planet of the Vapes, and the numbers have definitely gone down. I didn't get final numbers, but I was asking, hey, how we doing on the 04s? And they were like, oh, a lot less. You know, like it has definitely dropped. So, and it'll just keep getting better. If they're out there, it'll even keep getting better. So I keep telling people I don't sweat it. Like if it's fucked up, they're going to replace it. You know what I mean? So
yeah. Cool. Favorite manual vape for on the go? I would probably go Dynavap for on the go, but it depends on what on the go means. You know, because if I'm really on the go, I don't know if there's any manual vape like a Dynavap or a Vatman. I need something battery powered if I'm on the go.
So if you're riding your bike, you need something battery powered on that kind of on the go. But if you can sit down and stop somewhere for a few minutes, then what do you grab?
I mean, probably it's going to be contextual there on whether I'm vaping frequently or if I just like need to have a bowl.
Right.
Probably a Dynavap. But if it's somewhere like if I'm going camping, you know, which I don't do, I might take the Vatman. Or if I'm going to go somewhere and meditate, I might take the Vatman. Like I've done that before, but yeah, the Dynavap would probably win over that in practicality because you know Dynavap bowls in the car are easy to do.
Yeah, I'll make it easy for you. I love that Hyperdyne, and I do. Sometimes I grab that and ride shotgun. Like sometimes I don't, and I'll just take an electric vape. But sometimes I'll bring that as well. And these days it's the Hyperdyne. I love that thing, man. We wanted a bigger bowl. They gave it to us.
All right. Well, I think that's enough questions.
All righty. Sounds good. Oh, let me get one right here because there was one that I just saw this. Babyface, you're asking about the Cricket. That's interesting, man. No, I haven't used that in a minute. And like I said, it's kind of like because it seems like I always have some portable dab thing I'm testing lately. Like this year, anyhow, has been a lot of that. So, but no, in fact, I almost picked it up last week. I was like, I should try that again and check it out. So, it's still calling me a little bit, but no, I've started using other stuff that I'm testing.
Cool.
There you go. Sweet, man. Thanks. That was fun. I like that. I love questions, man. You guys are dope.
Yeah, that was fun. Well, we can do that again too. So if you didn't get your question, sorry. Next week. Actually, not next week. The week after next week. Because next week, I don't think we're going to be here.
Right. Next Friday, we won't be here, gang. We're going to tell you that at the end, but we can tell you now too. So we will probably put out a video that day, but we won't be doing a live show next Friday. We'll take that Friday off. You know, we take one off every 2 or 3 months. And so no, it's time.
Yeah.
There you go. Bro, I feel like we need some kind of a jingle, man. I feel like something like, what do you want?
Dude, I know.
Right? Do you want to hit that shit? Do you want to grind that shit? What do you want to do?
Well, I'll need to grind later, so we can just do hitting that shit or something.
That was a fun one, man. Let me get that fucker in here. Because we're gonna start talking about our stuff now, right? Like,
yeah.
All right, let's get into it. I love that. It's been a minute for that one, man.
Yeah, I love that little jingle.
Yeah, dude, the bike, it's awesome.
So I think the first thing that we're gonna talk about in this series, and the whole series, is gonna be basically all the things that we're really reaching for. Like, I'm a reviewer, Jerry's a reviewer and a curator. We've been collecting hardware for decades now at this point, and a lot of people are always asking, you know, like, hey, when's the last time you used this, or how often do you use this? And there's a lot of vapes that just don't get used at all. And then there are a few things that get used daily. And I think those are the most special things, because those are like the winners of the ultimate reach test. I mean, I've got 100 grinders back there. You know, I've got them all. Like, people are like, "Hey, have you tried this grinder?" I'm like, "No, but I will." You know, like I will go out and find that grinder and buy it, just so I can try it, just so I can compare it, just so when people ask me, I'll have a valid answer. You know, like, what's the difference between this and that? Like, I wanna know that, and I'm committed to finding out. That's why I got all the vapes. That's why I got all the grinders. I like doing that shit. You know, I'm passionate about it. So the things that stay on my desk, and this is not an intentional test. This is like natural selection.
Right. Perfect.
The things that stay on my desk, the things that stay on Jerry's desk, are the winners of natural selection. Like, we got all the shit. Like, what are you going to use when you don't have to use something? What are you going to grab to grind if you don't have to test a grinder, Jerry? This motherfucker right here. The old mate.
I was thinking about that today because, well, I'll just talk about the grinder then, yeah. Because, you know, I was writing the blog post for today. Guys, you check out our website, troyandjerry.com. We got blog posts all the time there. Lots of links. You can get all this shit there for figure out what the discount codes are. Anyhow, that came up because this of course was on the blog post, and I was thinking, you know, the last time I used a grinder this much was the Brilliant Cut, obviously. And we used that hard for years, and they sponsored the show, and it's a phenomenal grinder, and it's still, I would not argue with somebody if they said it's the best grinder out there. I would not argue against that.
Yep.
But it's not a fidget spinner, and I have some OCD, and I can't stop using this grinder. I'll sit here and hold it and spin it when I'm not grinding. Like, it's if it weren't so heavy, it'd probably go everywhere with me.
Yeah, and that was the interesting thing, is when I first started testing this grinder, you know, I was coming from the Brilliant Cut. I had 3 Brilliant Cuts on my desk at all times. At all times, I had 3 large Brilliant Cuts, and I loved it because I could like, oh, this one's an indica, and this one's a hybrid. You know, if I want to grind up a new strain, I can use my grinder as the storage container. This thing arrived. I started testing it, and in some ways it was better than the Brilliant Cut. It's stainless steel, you know, it's heavier, but in a bunch of ways it's not as good as the Brilliant Cut. The grind consistency isn't as good as the Brilliant Cut. It's not as airtight as the Brilliant Cut. But this thing won the reach test by a lot. There was a point where this thing made me mad. When you hear me say that if you're going to travel, this isn't the best grinder for traveling, that's only because I went to put it in my bag. I went to travel with it. I went to put it in my bag. I grabbed it like this, like a normal ape that I am. You know, I grabbed it, and because of the bearing, it water weenied out of my hand and landed on my toe, and it bruised my toe like underneath the nail, and I had a bruise there for like a fucking year, for like more than a year.
Yeah,
dude, it hurts. I cried. Like, I cried so hard, Jerry. Like, I cried when that grinder landed on my toe. I thought my toe was broken, you know, and maybe it was.
It's like a brick with a point.
So when I say that this grinder is not travel friendly, it's because it has like a water weenie effect if you don't grab it by the right points. And yeah, on the whole best grinder thing, it may not be the best grinder. It may not have the best consistency. It may not have built-in storage and all that shit. It's heavy, and it's so fun to play with. Like, I can't tell you how many times I will pick up and spin this grinder at a time when I'm not even intending to grind or even vape. You know, like type in a tough email. Just lean back in my chair, grab my grinder. You know, it's
the juice is going.
If it's a fun thing, we talk about like the Tafe bowl being like multi-purpose. You know, it's more than just a vape. It sits on you can put snacks in it, you put your drink in it. You know, it's multi-purpose. It has integration. This has a life integration for like stimming type of activity that I was not expecting. I never had a fidget spinner when fidget spinners were all hyped and all the kids had fidget spinners. Right. As much as I wanted one, never bought one because I knew it would just go through the wash, and then my wife would bitch at me for spending $16 and letting it go through the wash. Now I got my goddamn fidget spinner, and it's the best thing ever. It grinds weed. It's stainless steel. It's sharp as fuck. And look how dirty it is.
Yeah.
It don't matter. It still grinds just fine.
Dude, when you first told me about this thing, I was like, no, dude, that's just gonna get gunked up. Like I don't that's a dumb idea. And then you had it for like months before I got one. And when I got one, I didn't use it to grind weed for a good month because I just enjoyed fidgeting with it. I was like, I don't want it to gum up.
You didn't want to fuck it up. You were like, no, I don't want to fuck up. It's spinning so fast.
It's great. I just had so much fun fidgeting with it. And then finally I was like, all right, let's try it out. And I tried it and I was like, oh, that's like butter. Like this fucker just is like butter. And then I kept using it. I was like, it's not getting stuck. Like it doesn't get jammed. It just keeps going. And so I love it that I don't worry about the grinding part, fucking up the fidget spinny part. And then when I finally started using it, I was like, yeah, the grind is not as it's not as perfect as a brilliant cut, you know. And so I was like kind of, you know, grind snobbing it. But it didn't seem to matter, Troy. 6 weeks later, it was all I used. And I was like, why am I picking up this grinder that I keep saying doesn't? I'm a function over form guy every day of the week. Why am I grabbing something that I think doesn't perform as well as something else and using it every day? And it's not that it's actually a really good grind. It's just not the best grind. And but that's had a revelation. I was like, oh, okay, well, so it grinds good enough, and I don't know what good enough is, but clearly this is it. And maybe I don't need that perfect grind that I had before, because I'm not sitting here going, oh, my vapes don't perform as well. I don't notice a difference in the performance. You know what I mean? It's a lot of this shit's more theoretical than anecdotal.
Exactly. Like I don't notice any difference in performance, but I do notice a difference in my enjoyment. Like every time I pick it up, it's a thing, you know. Like I interact with it with the camera, and whether the camera's on or off, dude. Like I'm still doing things with it. Like I set things on it and I spin it. Sometimes I spin it and I put things on it to see how far I can make them flick. You know, like it's an amusement toy, and I know it sounds silly, but I think we need that in life, you know?
Yeah.
Whether it's a stress ball or the pen that you spin on your thumb, or, you know, it's remarkable how helpful those kind of therapeutic little things can be in little increments. It really is. Like I haven't done any studies or done any reading on it. You just combust.
Oh.
Jesus, that's a ton of vapor that you just pulled out of that thing.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Love this grinder. Loved it well before they had any affiliate agreement. That's how I am. I was actually the same way with Brilliant Cut. You know that, Jerry?
True that.
Like I reviewed the grinder, the Brilliant Cut grinder, and called it the best grinder out there. And I did that before I had an affiliate deal with them.
Yeah, dude. You'll find that's kind of the way we roll. Is if I have an affiliate with somebody, I'm probably talking about them a lot, but it's because we talk about them a lot that we get the affiliate. It's like, I like this product. I want to see other people have this product. I want a code that I can give them so they can save some money on this product. And that's where it goes. And so that's why what did so well with the Brilliant Cut and with this thing here with your affiliate, like you're talking about, like it's the perfect real marriage. Cause I mean, we just fucking use this dumb thing every day. And I don't know anybody who's gotten it and doesn't like it. Like I'm sure there's somebody out there and maybe you run into them in the community, but everybody I know who has it, like loves this fucking thing.
I mean, I think there's been a few people who like, I really like the Brilliant Cut course plate. You know, it's like, okay, like that's legit. Like if you're really into that coarse grind or even the fine grind, you know, some people like, I think the things that I've heard people complain about are the air tightness. Like people that grind up a bunch of weed and then leave it in their grinder. This grinder wasn't quite as airtight as the Brilliant Cut. When it's clean, get it dirty, it makes a big difference. It's I can leave herb in here for a couple days, and it doesn't get ridiculously dry. Not
Herb
that
seal there, little herb O-ring built up on your thing there, man. I love it.
Yeah, a little hash ring, little hash seal. That's
Dude,
a
that's
natural way to do it. You know, the nose grease, the hash seal.
Yep.
We're stoners.
Yeah, man. Why not, man? Why not?
Have you ever taken
right.
like reclaim and put it on a joint so it doesn't so it'll stick somewhere?
No, but that's brilliant, actually. So I like that. I'm gonna think about what I can do with that kind of shit. All right. So all right, good. So let's stop talking about the grinder because that was because I love this thing, and if I love all these things, and we'll be here all night. So what's the next one you want to talk about, man? That's the grinder we're using, guys.
The next one on the list is best desktop. So that's a tough word to use, best desktop here. You know.
Yeah.
Let me grab mine.
That's true. What's on? I want to hear what you're using right there at your desk. I'm
gonna bring it here.
All right, cool.
I'm gonna set the whole thing up.
This will be good. By the way, guys, my list of all this stuff is on the Troy and Jerry blog post site. You can go there, and I've got pictures of all the shit that I'm using and stuff like that. So look at that, man. That's awesome.
So yeah, this thing right here.
Which one was that? That's not the one we gave away, and it's not the Moab. It's a precursor.
I think it's called the Bliss.
Okay, yeah, that sounds right. Yes, First Jesus, a ball vape's a desktop. If it plugs into the wall, it's a desktop.
So I'm gonna turn them both on. So yeah, this is what I use on my daily, and now both of these are gonna be on and hot for you to see. Oh, you can't see. I have to pull them back a little bit. Oh, wait, I can't do that. Okay, well, I guess you're gonna have to just trust me that.
What you got for us here?
There you go. There you go. All right, this one wasn't on before, but this PID is a dually.
Right, two screens. Okay.
Yeah, so it has the coil on the side and an XLR out on the other, and on the other half, I'm using my D-nail universal heater.
Very nice.
This thing is what I use to heat my terp slurper, and the other half currently heats the Ace.
Nice.
The cordless screwball.
Right on.
Yeah, and this has been in use as my daily driver for all year, honestly.
Yeah. Long time.
All year. I mean, there was a moment where I didn't have the Ace, and like my daily driver was like going back and forth between the Terp Hammer and the Cannabis Hardware Mary.
Yeah, I remember that. You'd gotten all that when I was there in November. It was fairly new in November.
Yeah. And the Mary, where the Mary is like the diffuser version for a shovel head.
Right.
And I was into that, and I had been an injector preferrer before, like the full convection guy with full convection on the vapor, mostly because like the extra sedation you get from that hybrid, from that heating the bowl.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit too sleepy for me, like I don't want to get high and then be like, oh, I want to go veg on the couch. Like I don't want that. Like if I get high and it causes me to go relax somewhere, like then I fucked up my work day.
Right.
Like I'm looking to vape a few bowls and be like, let's go write this article, or let's go do this thing, or let's go work on this project that I've been wanting to work on. I'm looking for the focus high, not the not to go fucking sleep on the couch, or I'm not looking for the sedation. And I find that a lot of times the sedation comes from having like a metal bowl and letting the vape preheat that bowl. Like you can get more sedations from that. And what I've found now with the Ace is I can get a really good control of how much sedation effect comes through, just by like, if I don't want sedation, put it on the bowl, hit it, bam. The bowl heats up, I'm not gonna lie, and it does get some hotness in there, but it doesn't like overly preheat. But if I want to go night, if it's midnight and I'm like, God, I need to go sleep, I need to go rest, if I do want those effects, it's hard to do from this angle. I'm not used to doing it left-handed. Put it on there, and you fucking wait like 5-10 seconds, and then you go. It makes a pretty big difference. So I like that the Ace and the metal bowls that come with it give me that kind of flexibility, that freedom. I can go like mostly convection, or I can go a little more sedation. And my second favorite thing in the world right now is this micro dosing pinch hitter bowl. Like, look at the size difference on how much weed it holds.
Like smaller, like
this
40% max.
Yeah, like this one's got spent weed in it.
Maybe even 30%. Like it's way smaller.
Yeah, like let me hold them both up so you can see.
A little one holds like 0.1 perfectly with the little scoop. The scoop is 0.1, and that kind of goes in there. I got 0.1 filled to the top and tamped down on the little one. The big one, I think you can probably do 0.3 to 0.4 on that one if you were doing it the same way.
Like, look at the screen depth difference.
Yeah, way different.
This little micro bowl is perfect. Like I use very small amounts with this bowl, and I still pull big, satisfying clouds. Still gets me high. Even when my tolerance was high, I could hit this little bowl and still get like a great rip.
Right? That get a rip, nice.
And it reminded me. So it was the same magic that I was getting from like the ZX, from the Go Phase 3 ZX. That little guy.
Mm-hmm.
That vape was magical because the bowl was so small that it would hold like 2/3 of a scoop. It wouldn't even hold like a full scoop to fill it. Like, I put so little in here right now, and I'll hit it to demonstrate.
Yeah, dude. And you'll finish that in one hit. You'll take it till it see, it's already thinning out. So he's fully extracted that fucker in one nice little hit. It's the perfect size for that. I love it.
It's just enough. You can usually do it without coughing, but that time I probably inhaled super hard and fast because I was on the internet video.
Gosh, I'm gonna go small now too. Thank you very much. I was going with the big one earlier, but now I'm gonna go small. I like that. Yeah, fucker going. Well,
fully roasts.
Damn, nice.
She gone. So yeah, that's what I'm using, and I have another hot hole set up downstairs, but it's basically the same thing. It's the Moab, and up until me bringing it upstairs or bringing this one upstairs for photos, it was the other cordless screwball. But now it's the Cannabis Hardware Mercury in the Matrix Bowl. I don't have videos of it, but you have videos of your other dab setup, right? Your other desktop setup in the house.
Let me get started with that because it's gonna be. Oh, I thought I had it really an easy one, but I guess not. Is it here?
You're using your hot holes with bangers too, right? You're doing dabs.
Yeah, I'm mixing it up a little bit, but I mean, like, I just feel like I'm in the golden age of these things because I mean, I literally have 4 of these things set up around my house, and so this is the one that I have on my desk right here in front of me. I'm looking at it right now, and this is it's my screwball station. So I'll show you this real quick. We'll see if this stutters or looks good. Starting off with my FCE nail.
Wait. You still have the plastic on there?
Yeah. Yeah, I never took it off.
You're Filipino.
I am?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Is that the only indication? That's funny, man. So yeah, I leave the plastic on my FCE nail because I treasure that PID. Anyhow, and then on top I have right here, which is the dugout dock. And I have the original screwball coming out of the FCE nail and anchored onto the post there, and then behind that is the wireless one there, so you can see I've got the wireless one there on the right, and then on the top right, and then on the left are all the tools. So it's a really nice little station. My only complaint is it's got a wire coming out each end, but once you get that one pulling around, it's not that big a deal. So I really love this. I got both screwballs here on them right now, just like that. I usually use the Ace mostly, but I do like that other one. There's the bubbler. Got tons of bowls, and so they've got all the bowls out there with that little toolkit. And I like this thing, man. I've really enjoyed this bubbler. This whole kit here has become my main desktop driver kind of thing. So, you want me to hit you some other ones real quick here?
Yeah. Let's see. I love your lineup of bowls.
Yeah, thanks, man. I have 14, 18, and all the different ones. If I turn to my left here, is my altar. And the altar that we showed earlier is even better now. He's got a bubbler that's lit up that goes on top and fits that hole just right. He's got a little adapter. And then, it works great with my D-nail lighted pad. There's the grinder and the scoop that you get for free when you use our code. I think you get that apparatus also right there, the pocket knife thing. And then there's the scepter. And use the code, you get those things free, and the shipping is free as well. So anyhow, that's my sacred space, and the altar is perfect for that. It just really helps set the mood. It helps me kind of get in gear. And because it's to my left, I usually have it on during the day for dabs with the banger, and then I have these flower things in front of me. So that's where I'm sitting right here. I got a couple more I'll show you real quick. Downstairs in my living room is where a lot of the vaping goes on, and that's where I have my terp ready station set up with my dedicated dab rig there, Troy. Thank you very much.
The command center and the terp hammer.
Yes.
Look at that. You got a banger in there.
Right. This bubbler went down with it, but I love doing dabs on this. I love using the terp hammer on this. Sometimes I'll take my Ace down there as well. This thing is so well thought out. On the right side is everything you need for flower, and on the left thing is everything you need for dab. And of course, I've got other stuff there too, but it's the command station is dope. If that whole kit right there is the most complete of all my stations, and I love the thing. That's why it's downstairs in the main area. And then the last one here is the Moab. It's on my nightstand by the bed. And the reason it's there is it's got the smallest footprint, and that's the smallest space I have. And the reason it has the smallest footprint is that haze pipe that sits on it too. I don't have to have a bubbler here. So it's pretty dope. And we'll cover that at some point soon as well. But that's pretty much what I've got going on for my stations around the house, and it's fucking awesome.
Wow, man! Like I like that you can just vape from room to room, like in your house, dude. That's cool.
Right, fucking awesome. Love it.
Like you should set it up where like you have all your bongs at the entrance, and when people arrive, they just like check out a bong. And then they can go from room to room and just vape on the different vapes with the bong that they checked out. Unless it's dabs, and then they got to check out a different bong.
Dude, that's brilliant. I love it, man. That's fucking brilliant. I love it. So that's me with the desktops. What's nice about this hot hole idea is in terms of the station, that can be anything. Like, I mean, hot holes are easy. Then you pick which kind of vape you want to go with it. You know, my favorite right now is the screwball line with the ace and all that too. But then I go downstairs and I'll use that hammer, and I'm like, damn, I forgot how good this was. Or, you know, I'll go into bed and I'll pull out, you know, one of those cannabis hardware things. And honestly, I think you would be happy with any of these stations or heads. But what's nice about having stations and heads is you can pick and mix and match when they're wireless. I fucking love the wireless part. It makes it that part is really fun, Troy. Me like you. I got a glass one there too.
Yeah, I was gonna point out for people that are attracted to the D-nail heater for the terp slurpers. Like, I know a lot of people are investing in the D-nail heater. There's also a ball vape that will work with the D-nail heater. This is called the Quartz Lotus.
Love that.
And goes in here and uses the same heater that the terp slurper would use, like that. And it's a new thing, and I've got information up on my website about it, so I'm not going to talk too heavily. I think it's really neat, and I'm glad that it exists, but it's not as good as it's going to be yet. Like, the future versions of ball vapes for this thing are gonna perform better. Is what I'm saying.
I love it. Cool. Keep fucking plowing that road, Troy. That's awesome.
But this thing, the D-nail heater, is the
Yeah.
shit. It's the shit. Like, I am in love with it. It has completely changed the way that I dab. Like, it has completely changed the way that I dab.
That's dope, dude. That's dope. You want to dab?
Yeah, does the Pope shit in the woods?
Does he? I think, did he get caught doing that recently?
Probably. This is the year that everybody goes down. That's what Cat Williams said, man.
Okay. Let's do a little dab day, because I've got my thing there. I still save my Sean squish for Friday nights, bro. So I'm still popping out Sean squish on this thing, man. I love it. So
I'm gonna
awesome.
bring up dabs at home and dab tool, since we're talking about those now, right?
Since we on it, yeah, sure. We got them on the go too. If you want to bump that up, that's at the bottom.
Yeah, actually, we can leave that for later, because
Okay, cool.
since we're talking about dabs at home right now, what do we reach for dabs at home? Jerry, how do you dab at home when you're dabbing at home?
I'm actually pretty consistent now. I do what I'm about to do here with you, is I grab this little rig right here, and I go to wherever I want to dab and drop my my banger in the hot hole. And when it's ready, I have my dab. And what I've used the last week or so, and I need to clean, you'll love that. Look at that. I got a ring around my fucking thing. But it's this banger
Jeez.
here, man. So yeah, look at that. Fucked up.
Jerry.
I'm gonna clean that one. That's my next big clean.
Yeah, you're not dabbing out of that tonight, are you?
Yeah, well, put over here and dab out of it, man.
You're hurting me a little bit. Hurting me.
It won't wipe off. I got to soak that fucker or something. I'm not gonna torch it. I don't want to torch it. So I'm gonna soak it.
Yeah, it's probably it looks like a torch clean to me.
How about a dark crystal? Would a dark crystal make
Dark
do
crystal
magic?
could do it. Yeah, probably. Dark crystal will make it peel off like a little layer of chocolate pudding skin.
I've got dark crystal right over there. Could turn
You
this
can eat
down and put that in there. So
And you can eat it.
yeah, man, that's right.
I
Yeah,
don't know
look
if
at
I
all you
want
guys in the chat. I love you guys, man. I love it when I show dirty shit on here, man. It's fucking fun.
No, but it's see now you've upgraded. You're like you got a dedicated dab rig.
Yeah.
Now you're not hitting your dabs through your flower bong anymore like a heathen. You're upgraded. But the banger, Jerry, your banger is chazzed right now. You need the
It's fucking up my face. You're saying
yeah, it's affecting the flavor. It's affecting the purity of your vapor. Because every time you get that shit hot enough to vaporize, that shit's vaporizing too. You know? Like
no, it just keeps caking on more and more. It doesn't even go anywhere. I can't get it off. So.
when you drink wine out of a glass that had been clearly like.
Now that's the analogy I needed to hear, man. So there you go, man.
Torch that fucker right now.
You want me to torch that thing?
I mean, that's the quickest way to a dab right now for you.
You think this one will do it? That'll do it.
Sure. It's gonna take you probably 40 seconds.
It's already at 5:30, so luckily.
That's what I'm saying. It's already.
See, it's already coming off there. It's already burning off.
See now the trick is do a better job of maintaining it, and it won't do that.
Yes, I do ISO it every time, but I don't do it like you do. Like you've got this whole ISO tech thing. I just kind of go in for a swab, and then I ISO swab, and then I'm done.
Where is your dab sponge?
I've got one right here, I think.
Use that you got a dab sponge. Look, I can see it flaming. I saw a little flame on top of your banger, didn't it?
Oh, it's burning off. Just this is not much of a lighter, so like it's not much of a torch. My blazer's in the other room. It's just burning. It's caking good now, man. Like
yeah,
we're just pissing this shit off.
Yeah, it's because there's so much of it.
It's because I'm using a little torch. My blazer would have this fucker fired by now. You know what I'm saying? So it is cleaning up though. Come on, baby face. You know me. Somebody's got to represent the nastiness around here, man. You know, we can't all be like fucking pretty. This is going to take a while, man. This little torch is going to take a while.
Man. We got Alter Vape in the chat willing to send you a new banger as long as you don't chaz it.
I'll get that clean. I'm fine, man. I got my Rio right here. I could use that.
Jerry.
Yeah, got a Rio right there, man.
Is the banger clean?
No, dude. I'm not gonna.
No. Your Rio dabber. Your Rio banger. Your Rio dabber.
Yeah, that thing's in good shape. It gets use.
Okay. So that one's not chazzed up.
No, that one's not gonna offend anybody. Why don't we go with that not offensive route?
Okay, so well, let's talk about the Rio since that's clearly in your dab loop, right?
Yeah, actually, that was on the page even. Yeah, that's one of the ones I like to use.
One of the ways you like to dab. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you like to dab with the Rio. Do you normally take cold starts?
Yes, I normally do.
Oh.
I normally cold start that sucker. I drop it in and go to town.
Okay. I
like Zero, man. He's telling me to pull out a Thai domeless dab nail and start torching that.
Here's my banger. It's a Puke and Beagle D-nail slurper.
Very nice.
I
Very
think a
nice.
V3. The dab right is also a must-have in my dab routine.
Right on.
Like can't have dabs without the dab right. And
All
then
right.
for dab tool, I'm a big fan of the Hit Sticks, the retractable dab tool.
Oh, we were talking dab shit. Got you. I like the hot knife here, and I've been using the one that was Shenzhen Crossing, and now Vapevana has it too. It's just a pretty cheap little hot knife, but man, the batteries lasted a long time on this fucker for me. I don't have to charge it hardly ever, so it's been working great. I like that thing.
Nice. Well, my dab right just chirped, so it is time basically for me to go into a different universe. Cheers.
Cheers, gang. Cheers in the chat. How about those clean dabs? Yay. Oh, that's going.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, that's lovely. Thank you, Sean.
Oh.
The squish, baby. Oh. Oh, there's so much in here to take down. This is gonna fuck me up.
Oh.
Jesus. Oh, fuck me. That's a motherfucker. Oh, I have my pearl in there. That's fine.
Woo.
I was actually oh yeah, here's a dab sponge. I got a dab sponge right here.
Yeah, dude, dab sponges are legit too. Like I use my dab sponges frequently with the Toip Slipis.
What do you soak them in alcohol all the time, or just every now?
No,
and then?
I don't do the soak. I don't do the soak. I do a spray tech method with spray isopropyl alcohol. 91% is what I use. I wish I could get a clearer shot here. Let's see if I can clear a better shot.
So I've got a spray here, and I got a sponge. This is all I need. I'll have a paper towel.
Hot things.
Hot things. For
All
sure.
these hot things.
We like hot things here.
Please don't burn yourself on these fucking hot things. All right, there we go. So now, I usually wait until the banger's down to like, whoa, come back here, baby. What the?
Yeah, baby.
There you go. Usually wait until the banger's down to like 250 or something. I don't want a ton of sizzle because when you get all that sizzle, it's like alcohol vapors going back into your face. I don't want that shit. It smells really bad. Hurts your nose, hurts your throat. Not healthy. Not healthy for you. And then my dab sponge. Usually right here. I don't know where it is right now.
Dab sponge missing alert.
I have the flexible one. Oh no, it's upside down. That's why. Right here. Give the dab sponge one spurt. Send it in.
Now Troy's on it.
And I know someone out there is like, damn, that's a ton of alcohol. I really don't go through that much. And I've done it with the dunk method where you have like a whole container full of alcohol and then you continually dunk your bangers into it, I find that the whole container very quickly becomes so saturated that when you dunk your bangers in, they're coming out sticky. Like they're coming out with just as much shit on them because the alcohol is just dissolving all of the oil. And I find that with a dunk station, I still constantly had to like spray 2 or 3 spritzes of alcohol onto my banger or through my banger to clean it off. So that right there is already 50% of the spray tech method. Okay. Now you factor in how quickly that entire container of a dunk tank goes to waste and you're pouring in a whole big ass bottle. I don't think that spray tech is more wasteful than dunk tech. Dunk tech wastes mass quantities quickly. Spray tech wastes little quantities gradually.
Yeah, I can see that because like when I soak my glassware, I like to reuse the ISO, and that's about when I need to change it. Is when like I can tell there's still shit coming off the glass. You know, when I soak it, it's like, oh, I didn't really clean it. Then get rid of that shit. That's beautiful, Troy. Nice work.
Yeah. See how that weld is on there? The weld is like on the side for more
right on.
For more turbine action.
Turbine action. I like that.
The little slots are also like angled. The 3 little slots. I love this slurper.
All right, right on. So you're using the slurper in your hot hole. I'm using spinners and stuff and other terp pearl bangers in my hot holes around the house. Show us your dab tool, but
no Q-tips were wasted right there.
No Q-tips are wasted. You used to have a whole garage full of Q-tips, remember?
Dude, for real. My dab tool, this is called the Hit Sticks at the hit-sticks.com. It's like a little retractable titanium. It's got a nice titanium tip. It's really flat. That's what I really like about it. So when you get a dab on there, even if it's a small dab, if you hold it against something hot for even just a couple seconds, the heat transfers to that titanium and whatever's on it just whoop, melts off. And even if you take a too big of a dab and you end up with a big chunk of dab on there, you retract it and it's protected. The biggest thing this thing does for me is prevents my dab tool from collecting foreign debris, because prior to this thing, every few days or so, I would go to take a dab and like, oh, there's a hair on my dab tool, or there's a pizza crumb or piece of weed or something. There's like something is now on my dab tool because having a little piece of metal that's sticky constantly just is susceptible to everything. This makes it protected, you know?
Love that. That's great, dude. That's a good point. Hadn't thought about that.
Yeah. I think there's a code. There's like Troy Time 20 or something. It'll save you maybe Troy Time 30. It's Troy Time or Vape Zone.
It's a bit deep discount on that. It's a good one.
I don't remember what the discount is. I think he's sold out right now anyway, because he also recently collabed with the Cupins, and Cupins, like, his audience just ate the fuck out of these things. So they're
nice. That's great.
But maybe by Christmas, huh? Get the Hit Sticks out. We'll get a Troy and Jerry code with them. We'll get that on the hookup. So hold off on the Hit Sticks.
And then we got Troy and Jerry on everything else we showed you so far, except for my terp station. But everything else, you can save money with that code too. So
not the D-nail yet. We'll have to work on the D-nail.
Oh yeah, that's true. We got to get a code for that. All right.
Deb tool, Debowler.
You're gonna Debowler up, man.
I saw several Debowlers in your video. wanted to ask you about that. There was like a square one with like a diamond peg. Looked like a butt plug kind of a thing.
I'm kind of stoked about this, man. Where am I gonna go here? Am I gonna overhead show this shit? So this is something that we're just playing with. This is not something that I can get. This was something that we had made, and we're fucking with things. And what I like about it is it's a huge well for ABV. But what I like about it is I like to bring my bowls over here and I stir them off here, and then I just go right over to the brush and it's done. And I love that. It's just boom, boom, done. The problem is then I get all kinds of dust everywhere because of this. So I got to figure this out. But anyhow, I know I like to do that. But what we can get is this one over here. This one, I should probably break out this camera now. Let's see what this is going to do for me. This guy is pretty dope. I didn't think I was going to like this as much as I do. But is that the one?
That's the one I was talking about.
It's kind of small. And it turns out I like that. I like having to dump this out more often, and because Troy, you're trying to help me be clean, right? This is one thing I noticed. I have big piles of this shit all over the place. I now don't because but what I really like about this is this has become my portable vape station all over the house. So like I've got a scoop that goes with, and I can't find the Stores and Bickle brush, but it's got that little metal collar that sticks right here. So I like that. And, you can stick your VAP caps on there and all that shit. And then if you get too many tools, the grooves here, you can kind of do that with, but it's just really easy for me to slap. Oh, here's a brush. I can slap a brush on here. And now if I grab my weed and my vape, I have everything that I want on my desk anywhere around the home, which is kind of cool. The scoop is both these. This is on Planet of the Vapes. It just got on there now. And this one is going to be soon. The scoop here is magnetic, so it sticks to this thing. I love the shape of this thing. We tweaked that a little bit, and it's perfectly sized for the Lobo. So I use it for all my vapes, but it works great for that. But I use this for everything. Like I'll use it for my ball vapes. I'll use it for even like my herborizer vape or something. I can use it with my portables here. So like my Lobo goes on there and scrapes out. So I just like that it's become universal for me and portable. And I feel like I get the functionality of my desktop wherever I go around the house. So this was just something that I tested and really fell in love with. And now it's finally available the way I like it. So I'm kind of stoked about that.
Oh, so that is available.
Yeah, this is on Planet of the Vapes. They added 2 debowlers, one for VAP caps, and then this one that's for anything because the spike is different. But of course, VAP caps are perfect for these magnets and all that. Oh, let me show you this real quick. If you've got a Lobo and you don't like fucking with the hot dosing capsules, this combo here works real well because the magnet is strong enough to lift the dosing capsule out, but weak enough to where it'll leave it behind on there to cool down. So you can just and then once it cools down 15 seconds later or so, you can go ahead and empty it out, go fill it back up, put it back in, and then later on do it again when you want. So I think that's a pretty cool little functionality.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. That's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. I don't like doing capsules, but damn, that was pretty handy, Jerry. That was like a little magic trick.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming. Like, that's not what this was made for. You know what I mean? Like, it just happened to do that. And I was like, that is great because we're looking for an answer for the hot capsule problem. And this just kind of fell into my lap and worked really well with it. So, so anyhow, yeah, it's really good for that too.
Speaking of stoner boners, here, let me show you my Debowler. Fuck my asshole. I dumped shit over the floor. Fuck.
Did you think there was a can there and there wasn't?
There was a can there. I was just like an inch short. And just, yeah. Anyway.
Oh, here we go.
Check out I got to back up a little bit just to get the whole thing
It's
on
amazing.
camera. This thing is massive and I love it. It actually, it does fit under my monitor. It's heavy. It's got a great footprint on my desk. Where can I set it here? So right there. So when I'm emptying bowls with that angled It's perfect. It's perfect. And the angle, I find that I can get into like the corners and then rotate the bowl around. At first, I wasn't sure on the angled diddler, but I like it. I like it. It works good. You can get these on the Ent Exchange Discord. The guy took down his website, but he is selling his big Debowlers on the Ent Exchange Discord. So entexchange.org is how you get to that Discord.
That's the Mac Daddy coolest shit. Debowler, man. I love that thing.
Dude, I love it too. It's baller. It's a baller. And I got some nice Debowlers around, like this one from Arts Wax Tools.
Yeah, you do. That's nice.
Yeah, it's the like figured curly maple or quilted maple. Not sure which one it is.
Beautiful. It's beautiful the way it does that shiny shit.
Gotta be careful with that one. That one will also spill shit easily. It's so glossed. Like if I move it too quick, shit will just like half pipe its way like whoop, and then go flying out.
I'll bet it looked like slippery.
That guy really knows how to work his wood. That Arts Wax Tools. Miss you, Art.
You like hanging with Art, do you? That's great, bro.
I haven't seen him around. I miss the dude.
That's funny, man. That's great, bro. Did you have any scoops you wanted to talk about?
Scoop? Did we go past the scoops?
Well, no, but
No,
I just showed one, so I figured why not move it up and do it with the one I just showed.
Okay.
I already did the scoop thing, so
Yeah, I have a lot of scoops. I have a whole big ass jar of scoops, and the one that always wins the rechest is the old head scoop. I love the extra weight of it, and I like that the roundness fits my grinders, but then I can also turn the scoop on its edge and use like the edge of the scoop to like scrape things. Like it has enough of a metal edge, like I can scrape the hash from my old mate using the corner. And it does make the grinder very dirty, which a few people have pointed out. All the scoop hash, like my scoop has its own layer of hash on it, even on the inside. Well, maybe not so much on the inside. Come on, focus, you fucker. There we go. Yeah, it's got a little layer of scoop hash on the inside of it as well.
it's funny you said that, and I was glad you did because like that was okay. I got a lot of scoops here now, and that was the kind of the first one that was like, oh, somebody really put some thought into the scoop. And then I've seen a lot of them come afterwards, and even this one that I told you was for the Lobo. I tweaked that a little bit, but the that scoop, I hadn't used it in a while because I've been using other scoops and testing them. I pulled that out the other day, and I was like, oh yeah, like I forgot about this thing. Like there's something about the way it cradles the herb that it's just more secure when you transport it from the thing to the bowl. And like you said, it's so easy to just kind of like dump over. Like it's an amazing scoop. I would love to copy that scoop. I would never do it, but I would love to. It's so cool.
Yeah, it's a great scoop, man. It's a great scoop. And even the tamping function of it works so well, for like the glass injector bowls, especially like the old head scoop and this style bowl for injector vapes are heaven, because the tamp, you can just like set it down and it's like the perfect, it'll flatten the whole thing, wiggle it around a little bit to get the edges, and it's a perfect way to measure dosing. 1 scoop, 2 scoop, 3 scoop, or even half a scoop. It's a great measuring tool.
Yeah, you get consistent in how you scoop it, and you go measure it, and you will be consistent. I mean, I got to where I was pretty much a 1/4 gram with that scoop every time. I loved it. So
it stands up on its own.
Fucking dope, man. Fucking dope.
It's like $40 or something now. I think you can get one for like $25 now. He has like an aluminum one that's like coated in something. He has a couple different versions now. There's a more affordable version at Old Head. So
good, because that thing's great, man. So
yeah, it's the scoop for me. It's the one that I use.
yeah. Best Seal Clubber says it fits the praying cup perfectly. Yeah, he did that on purpose. So yeah, you're right, man. So I love that too, man. So that's funny. All right, well let's talk about portables, man. Like what portables? Oh, here we go. Just go right straight to it, man. This is I love it.
Well,
yeah, that was on my desk too, bro. We both got the Venti on our desk. That's good.
I thought about this. I thought about it all week, honestly. I really did. And I went to my drawers. It's my vape drawers. Well, my vapes are in drawers now. And I got to looking at them all and thinking about this episode, like which ones really win the reach test? Like which ones do I actually put in my pocket or take with me? And the only other portable vape that I could have picked up was the Solo 3. And when it came down to it, I just didn't. Like, it doesn't go in my pocket. Like, I use the Solo 3 around the house. I use the Solo 3 if I'm going to a hotel. But if I'm going out and I want a portable, if I want something in my pocket, I'd grab the Tiny Mite before I grab the Solo 3. And I chose to only pick up the Venti for this episode's portable section for me.
Nice, dude. So that's awesome. Like kind of like your one. I love it. I mix up my portable use quite a bit. I don't usually camp on one, and the Venti is in there. It's not one that I reach for more than these others, but it's definitely one that I like to grab. And I haven't touched my Mighty Plus since I got it. The Tafe Bowl is one that I will grab on occasion and like even sometimes take as my only vape on a weekend away. So it's real good for that.
Yep. I will say that the Tafe Bowl Series 2 also gets into my reach test. The reason it's forgotten right now is actually because of the fucking cup. The cup became a convenience factor for me, and it got filled with all kinds of accessories, like,
yep.
Like, hey, I need a place to hold all of these. I think there were quartz inserts. Like, suddenly there's here's 30 quartz inserts on my desk that I need to clear. You need to get these somewhere. They can go here. Oh, and then these dab tools, it became a holder of other things. And then when it came vape time, it's like, well, I can't disrupt the quartz inserts,
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't use the cup to drink as much as I thought I would, even though when I do, I love doing it. So I'll probably end up just putting the stubby on this thing and just using it as the vape, and just there's my vape, and fuck the cup kind of thing. So the stubby's dope. That's what you get with our code too, is you'll get a free stubby when you buy it, which you will want. So make sure you use the code when you buy that, because the stubby really changes it. Like if you don't like the cup especially, you gotta have the stubby.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that stubby. I've actually been, it looks really dumb, but I've been putting it in my pocket with the long stem.
What do you, it's not assembled then? You've got them in two pieces?
No, it's assembled. I just I stretch I'm wearing like house shorts, like gym shorts. Okay. I stretch out the pocket real wide like a kangaroo. You ever seen like a one of those young kangaroos? What are the young kangaroos? Joeys?
I think they're just baby kangaroos, right?
Okay, well, like when you see like the young kangaroo go into that pouch again, when you think they don't fucking belong, but they're probably like teenagers or something.
Yeah,
they get in there and the fucking pouch is all stretching out and shit. That's how it is. Like I stretch my pocket open on the shorts, and then I cram that taffy bowl with no cup. It's just a stem on there. I cram that into the pocket, and it's all sticking out.
Yeah, that's how you get that bowl.
Because I gotta carry things, dude. I got like the taffy bowl in the one pocket, the Potter filled with eight pre-filled pots. You know, so I got eight bowls. I'm gonna go watch Raid Shadow Legends videos on YouTube on the couch, and my kids are gonna roll their eyes at me every time I walk by. And I'm gonna be vaping bowls with my Taffy Bowl Series 2 tonight. You know, that's the plan.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, but then I gotta carry like my drinks and shit, so I gotta cram all that shit in my pocket. But yeah, dude, Taffy Bowl Series 2 winner.
That's fucking great.
It's a winner.
Awesome. I put it up here already, but the Lobo is one that I grab. I've also taken that away for just a weekend as well. Sometimes I'll take a bubbler, sometimes just a Gordito. So this is another one that I really like. I always use it with water. I love the fucking bubbler on it. So that's another one. This is the least expensive of all the vapes that I'm going to pull out here. I'm pulling out a lot of $400 vapes tonight.
The Lobo's a good one. Like what's great about the Lobo is like if you meet somebody important and you vape with them, you can just let them take your vape, and it's not going to hurt too bad.
Right. Yeah, it's like what, 160 full price. You can get it on sale for less than that sometimes. So
it's like if you go to a concert and you sneak it in and you vape a couple times and then they catch you and then they take your vape, it was worth it. You know, you got to vape a couple bowls at the Madonna concert or whatever you snuck into.
That's true. It's not as big of a sting if something happens to that one. That's a good point. I mean, a lot less because I mean the Venti's $450. The bowl is $450. The next one,
I'm not giving away my Venti or my bowl. You know.
Yeah. Right. Like no, I'm with you on that. That's a good point. Same thing with this, the Tiny Mite 2, the Purple Heart.
Right. Yeah, I'm not giving away that fucker.
This thing, I love the stem. Otherwise, I mean, I know it's a little more durable and got some internal tweaks. I didn't notice anything different in the vapor, but from the other one. But this stem is great. I love the stem, and you know how it is, Troy. Every time I pick this up, I go, "Holy shit!" Like I just forgot. You know what I mean? Like if I don't use this every week, I'll forget how hard this thing can smack and how quickly it can extract a whole bowl. And so. I got to use this thing to keep reminding myself that this is a new standard in town, man. Anyhow, I'm really, of all these right now, this is probably the one I'm grabbing the most. Tiny Mite 2. Fucking fun, man.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, go ahead.
No, you're on.
I was gonna say like the Tiny Mite 2 is a great carry. Definitely, I've carried it where it was the most vape to carry. Like. I carried it to PuffCon last year. I carried the Tiny Mite 2 to PuffCon.
Nice. Great move.
PuffCon is coming up this month.
Awesome.
You should get them to fly you out. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, man. Go to PuffCon. Carry our Tiny Mites and the.
We could stream the whole day from PuffCon. Like that'd be a badass sponsorship. Anyway,
to figure out how to get a ball vape in there on a battery. Like
sponsored by PuffCon by Puffco, and we're hitting ball vapes in there.
We're doing flower dabs. Yeah, exactly, man. Fucking great.
All under the table, of course.
Oh my gosh.
Well, there goes that idea.
Oh wow. All right. That's funny.
No, but I carried that one because I could carry extra batteries and extract bowls quickly. Like I wasn't sure. Like I carried two Mighty Pluses and the Tiny Mite. I guess it wasn't last year. It must have been 2 years ago. Wait, when did
That's
come out?
a good run of those, man. 2 Mighty Pluses and a Tiny Mite too. That's awesome. I think you went over a year ago. You didn't go in the last since November. When does it go down?
Oh, okay. So yeah, I guess it was last year.
All right.
I smoked a bunch last year too at PuffCon. That was the last time I smoked at PuffCon.
Right on. Look at you. Love that.
Yeah. Speaking of, it's Stores and Bickles smoke-free September.
True that. So don't smoke this month. If you're gonna pick it up again,
month.
wait till the next one. So I've only got one more herb vape left.
I wanted to shout out this little Venti stand.
Yeah, is that from
from Delta 3D Studios. It has a little charger thing in the bottom, so you can weave your charger through there. So it's like a charging dock as well as a stand.
I like that.
Yeah. Well, the speed charger that I got doesn't fit though. Like I can't fit it through the hole.
Oh, it's just for like a normal USB plug. It's a little thinner.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe the one that came with it or something.
Maybe I can file it down or something.
Yeah, we got to get the speed charger in there because that's all I use with it.
Right. I think I can manage that.
Yeah.
Get a little file or something. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe this material is the kind where you can heat it up and then move it a little bit, flex it, customize it. I'll have to ask him. I'll have to ask Mike.
That's Mike. Mike, what's going on with this thing, man? What's up? All right.
Yeah, just to confirm, no error 4s on mine.
Me neither. That's funny. I do have a Mighty Plus here that has it on it though.
Knock on wood. Your Mighty Plus is error 4?
I have one of those as an error 4, so it's not like
shit.
it's not like it's only a venti thing.
It's
There's something like
contagious. It's
Yeah.
contagious.
I was surprised by it. I was like, "What the fuck? I've been using this thing a lot back in the day. Why did I get an error 4?" So it was my
Wow.
older one. So I think. So,
That's crazy, Jerry.
yeah, man, crazy. But yeah, let me break out the last flower vape here, man. Is we've talked about it a couple of times tonight. Is the Hyperdyne.
Oh, nice.
All of these portables, including this one, I will regularly just grab. Like, we go on a drive, I'm grabbing one of these, maybe even two. And if it's two, it'll be the Hyperdyne and something. So I love this Hyperdyne, man. Like, I really think they nailed this one. And I don't have any notes. Like, I know in the past, like one would be a little too hot, you know what I mean? Or something. But this thing just, it does what I want it to a big bowl, man. It spanks it hard right into my lungs.
Nice. Yeah, the last time I pulled it out, it slapped me hard enough to knock me out. Like I was like, whoa, like I'm gonna go play video games,
Right? Gotta love that.
Yeah.
Get that stony thing you were talking about because of the fire.
It did. It rocked me. Like hurricane. Here I am. Who sings that?
I don't know.
You don't know who sings the Here I Am, Rock Me Like a Hurricane?
Oh, no, like White Snake or something?
It's a White Snake. I don't know, dude.
Rock Me Like a Hurricane. I should know that one.
It wasn't Great White.
That's Great White. That sounds right.
Wasn't Scorpions?
Scorpions.
Yeah.
It was a Scorpion. There we go.
Great White.
I'm falling for everything. Is it Scorpions? I need 3 to know. There's 6 out there, so right on. Seed rank, you fucking with me. I'm too stoned for that. Motherfucker.
What did Great White sing? They were the ones that had the fire in the 90s or something, right? 2000s.
Oh, now Seed Rink has to answer that. That's your call, dude. Give us something they fucking put out.
No, they were the ones with the. Oh fuck! What was that song? Once bitten, twice shy. That was the Great White song.
Oh shit! All right, right on. I still want Seed Rink's song. Better Google one if you don't know, man. I want to hear his. I'm looking. Well, dude, the last thing on the list is dabs on the go, man.
Dabs on the go. Do you dab on the go?
Well, can we define dab on the go? Like, what is that really?
If you're vaping concentrates,
okay, so
and you're not using your quartz bangers, you're
okay
somewhere else. So you're in the car, you're at a concert, you're somewhere else other than your home, and you want to vape concentrates. How do you do it? Do you do it?
For on the go with like dabs, I don't usually do that. I'm testing. You and I are working on something now that we'll talk about soon enough that I am starting to use on the go. So I dig that. But the solution I've used for ages now is just these 510 carts. And the Zone Opto is the battery that I take all the time now. Like I've figured this thing out. I fucking dig it. So I love the taste. I think it's really good with those long drags. It keeps it under control. I know how to manage the battery now so that I don't think it's running out all the time, because it's not. And I fucking dig it, man. Like this is the only battery I use now for my 510s.
Cool. I haven't used the 510. I mean, I've been testing that one as well. I bought some carts just to retest the one from Da Vinci. You have that Da Vinci Artique.
Yeah, right. I don't have
retest
Yeah.
that one as well as that Zone Opto. They're
How
both
do you like
good.
the Da Vinci?
It's okay. I mean, I'm not a cart dude, so I struggle to get into the geekery of the higher end batteries. Like I feel like they're putting a lot of things in there that are really neat, but I feel like that audience doesn't give any shits about it usually.
No, they don't. It's just about convenience and getting high, man. You're
Yeah.
absolutely right.
And the one thing that I've been hearing the most of lately are people
Yeah.
are fucking tired of the little magnetic ring
The
adapters.
Those things suck. You lose them.
People are fucking tired of those.
They
And
keep throwing them away.
I was going to say it. I love the reason is because they empty their cart, they pull it out, and they fucking throw it away. And then they go buy a new cart, and they're like, "Oh fuck,
I've done that, bro. It sucks.
that cart at the end." Like they probably pitched out the fucking window like an asshole, and it's like karma. It's like those are little karma rings. Those little 510 throwaway karma rings.
You know, functionally, I liked them, but I never could figure them out. I was like, it doesn't save me from screwing and unscrewing the fucking thing. Like I only do it once anyhow. I never unscrew that thing until it's empty. So what do I give a fuck? You know what I mean? It's like just screw the fucking thing in and unscrew it when you're done.
I never really understood it either. I mean,
Did it help it from leaking or anything? Or did you still get leaky carts? I don't know what the fuck it did, man.
I don't know. But people are tired of them. Like we don't want them anymore. I don't want them anymore.
Right.
Let me screw that fucking shit in. Or make a magnetic adapter that just works. SodaStream has an adapter that just works with my plastic ring bottled thing every fucking time. Like I put this in there and I can pressurize the water and it doesn't blow shit everywhere. You know, they're able to make a good seal with plastic. Those little 510 carts should be able to just like snap in with a cart. Shouldn't have to thread a little piece of metal on there.
Right. Fucking oils and all. Motherfucker.
Yeah.
I guess I forgot about, like, it's been a while since. Okay, well, the last 3 times that I went somewhere and I took portable dabs with me, you know, I always take the 510 cart. One time I took the Rio. One time I took the what's that real skinny fucking dab rig that we have? The one that we covered recently.
Pockety?
Yeah, the Pockety. And then the Proxy. I haven't taken the Proxy out in a while just because, like I said, I've tasted things that took me away from it. But the Proxy I was using a lot for portable dabs until I started getting a bunch of test things to do.
I thought you were gonna say you didn't take the Proxy out because you're preserving the reclaim and the Proxy. You didn't want to get ruined.
No. I mean, I don't know what to do with that, but I'm never gonna do what I did last time. So I don't know what to do with it. So something else.
I've been saving the glass stems here in my screwball bowls. I got a few of them that are all gooped up.
You have been using them.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do a stem milk thing with them and see if I can stomach it.
Is that just flour?
Yeah, it's just flour.
Fucking nose up. I love it.
Dude, it accumulates. It's a fast extraction, man.
My dirtiest are about like that though. Like you've really gotten it going down the thing. I usually get it up in here. Do I need to lecture you on clean bowls for your flower, Troy?
Easy. That, I mean, if anything, I cleaned the screen with a little brush, and it is affecting flavor a little bit. But again, I told you that I was intentionally building it up to do the stem milk thing. So,
Hey, well, okay. We're both fucking this up, though. I just wanted you to know that, man. That looks like fucking flowered Chaz.
I mean, I've never combusted in any of the bowls, so it's not like it's dirty. But I mean, it has organic material, so
It takes a lot of screens to get that far. I mean, you've cleaned a lot of screens to get that goopy down there. You know what I mean?
but define cleaned a lot of screens.
Like had to either pull it out and soak it or pull it out and put a new one in.
No.
Really? I have to change screens regularly. Screens in these things? I get those dirty, man.
Well, I'm using the smaller pinch hitter bowl is what I use.
Wow. Even more impressive. Now I'm really mind blown. What the fuck just happened here, man? Card vapes? Yeah. Basically, I'm just using one battery, the Zone Opto, and as good a cart as I can get. And it's been on there a while. Like, this is a sativa cart that I got for taking to the theme parks because I love rolling like that. And it's been on there a minute. Works real well.
Nice.
Breath activated. Easy.
Yeah, it's a little vape.
Yeah, the only thing I don't like is it's one of those smarty pants things, you know. So it's like got an algorithm and calibrating things and recalculating and all that shit. And so when I turn it on, it wants me to wait a couple seconds, like before it's ready. Like it doesn't like just go, yes, what? It kind of I push the 3 clicks and then about a half a second later, it starts to do something on the screen. And at that point it says, wait a minute, optimizing. And a couple seconds later, it tells me, okay, this is the temp we're at and how many puffs you got left. And then from there, it's brainless, just sipping, no touching, no nothing. But every time I turn it on and off, there's a little bit of a delay that fucks with my head. And I can't get used to it. That's my only complaint. Otherwise, I love the fucker.
Enhance.
Yeah.
Enhance.
Oh man, Sammy Bear, you like to go down there? Yeah, carts and you smoke buddy, right on, man. I actually know people who've gotten in trouble for smoking at the parks, and so I'm always like, yeah,
Dude.
smoke at the parks, man. They're gonna catch you doing that. Nobody says shit about a vape.
What? Really? Out here,
Yeah.
they oh shit! I almost put herb directly into my bong joint.
Let's vaporize, Troy. Shall we? Shall we vaporize? I wanna vape some flour straight from my old mate grinder.
Where's my bowl there? Who put my bowl there?
I don't know. Remember, folks, at least half the shit we talked about tonight, you can save some money or get some freebies with code Troy and Jerry. So it's all on our website. You go to troyandjerry.com. There's a blog post about tonight, and I've got, if we have a code for something that I mentioned tonight, it's up there for you.
Yeah, and the ones that are missing, there's a vape zone code, like the D nail.
Yeah,
the head sticks.
The head sticks.
Yeah, and those are on my website for the D nail and the head sticks.
I just encourage people to just use, like, if you want the Troy and Jerry code, it's always going to be Troy and Jerry. So just try it everywhere. And if you don't get it to work somewhere, let us know. We'll see if we can work on it.
All right.
What are yours? Always Troy time, or what? Or is it sometimes Vape Zone, or what is your code usually over there? Is it always the same kind of shit? You love it when somebody asks you something just as you start your 20-second draw.
I used to use Vape Zone for everything, but then YouTube kept deleting me. I got deleted from YouTube twice. So I tried to rebrand to Troy Time. But Everybody was looking for the vape zone, so I half-assed it. And after like a year, I went back to being vape zone. So sometimes my code is Troy Time, but I'm trying to make them all vape zone. But then sometimes there's like numbers, like Da Vinci, a riser. Like my code is, I want to say it's like vape zone 20 or Troy Time 20, because they wanted like, oh, it's a 20% code.
So you can have some numbers on there. So try Troy Time 100 for free stuff. And see if that works.
Enhance.
Oh shit, that's great, man. Dude, I can't believe we got through all these topics tonight. The way we started with Grinder going so long.
Yeah, for real. I just dropped my bowl and my debowler.
Oh.
I think it was empty.
No, we checked every box on here, man. That's a full stream.
We did it.
I'm proud of us.
Thanks, kids.
Yay. Any of you guys in the chat play Raid Shadow Legends like Troy and I do? You remember when we streamed a couple of times back in the day? Any of you guys playing that shit?
Caught so much flack for that, Jerry. We caught so much flack.
I know, but you know what? I'm playing the fucker every day.
I think about that. I think remember we got like what $60. They got the best deal ever. They paid us $60 and they got us both addicted to crack. I've probably spent $160 in the game over the last year and a half. Jerry's probably spent $360 in the game. They got their $60 back.
Everything they paid us and more they've gotten back, and not from anybody who watched us. It's like just from you and me, mostly me probably. So yeah, man, but I like the thing, man. You know what's funny? It's like I haven't gotten into a video game in like 15 years, other than Halo. Outside of Halo, I haven't been in a video game in 15 years. So this has been kind of fun getting back into it again. And it's deep, man. Like,
dude, it is not. Yeah, it took. I think it took both of us probably 6 months before we figured out what the fuck this game really is. Like we were just playing it blindly because it was like, hey, this is kind of fun. Like these little things, like doing the little things is kind of neat. And then 6 months later, it's like, oh, I see what's going on here. And then like a year later, it's like, oh, I see what's going on here. You know, there's a lot of that. It's a gambling game, dude. It's straight up gambling.
It's Raid Shadow Legends, y'all who are in the chat who are asking. Raid Shadow Legends. RSL.
My kid plays a game that's so similar. It's remarkably similar, Jerry. Like the other night, I overhear conversations with her, and she's talking on friends on her Discord, and they're talking about this fusion that they're all going for, and they're talking about the kit that the fusion has. I'm like, hold up, wait, we're playing the same game? We're playing the same game.
It's great.
It's a different game, but it's also one of those gotcha games. It's like a Japanese style of gambling, video game gambling. Mm-hmm. And yeah, dude, everything in this game is like a little scratch off lottery ticket. Yep. You know, even like you roll the dice on upgrading your gear, and sometimes you won't even get the upgrade. And when you do get the upgrade, it goes to a random slot. And if you're not getting the rolls and the slots that you want, the piece becomes garbage. So you got to like spend a bunch of money to like roll the dice to see if you even get good shit. And you don't. Money. Yeah, dude.
Game money. Yeah, game money.
In-game currency. And there's all these in-game currencies, and they're all tuned. All of these in-game currencies are tuned to run out right before you reach the little in-game goals that result in like these really cool prizes. It's like one of those fucking games at the arcade that you can't win until you like, oh, fine, take $20, and then you can like get the goals that you thought you were working towards. Dude, the game is so rigged. I hate it so much.
Right? That's funny, man. Yeah, the games are different now, man. Like my son-in-law has a game he's been playing for like 17 years, and it's this kind of a game, but it's an old one, but it's the kind of thing where you get to where you have an account that you like so much, you put so much into it, you just kind of stick with it. And I've been looking at this like, wow, man, I might play this for a long time. You know what I mean? I don't need to play it as much as I am now for a long time, but it'll probably be something that I at least check in on consistently for a long time. You know what I mean?
It is. It's a collector's game because you are collecting champions. Like
Yes.
like I remember when I was new and I came into this game, and it's like, how do you beat this fucking dungeon? This dungeon's impossible. And then everybody you talk to was like, do you have this guy? Do you have this guy? Do you have this guy? And he's like, no, I don't have any of those fucking people. He's like, oh, well, you gotta go get some people. It's like, what?
Yeah.
He's gonna repeatedly play the game, basically. Gambling, rolling the dice. Give me somebody good. Give me somebody good. Give me somebody good.
You know, our games both took a big uptick also when we like we joined a clan for the thing. Like, so we have people that are kind of helping us out every now and then, and I love it that we're doing that together. It's fun. And my shit got a lot better there, man. Like, it's like having a community for vaping, except it's for this fucking game.
Bro, and there are responsibilities, like when these clan events come up, and there are multiple now, now that there's like new shit in the game, but there are responsibilities in the game to the clan daily and every 2 weeks with those clan versus clan events.
Right?
Like, you got to log in, you got to do a bunch of shit, you got to earn a minimum amount of points, otherwise you're kicked out of the clan.
The funny thing is how different our shit was. Like, your account took a totally different path than mine, as far as, because it's all about the chambers you get and when you get them and what you do with them. And
Dude,
yeah, like we've got totally different accounts, so it's kind of neat. It's funky.
I had a friend who was like a part-time bartender, and he wasn't an internet genius by any means, but he was building, I want to say it was like Diablo 2 accounts. He was building like Diablo online accounts and selling them back in the day.
Before anybody was doing that shit.
Dude, it's exactly this. It's gambling, but it's also a job. Like, I feel this.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
there's response. Like, if you want to play this game, like, you got to commit like an hour to it or 2 hours to it every day to do the minimums. That way you get the bonuses and you get the books and dude, it's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the paying part is all optional, just like anything else. You don't have to pay any money. You can literally commit to nothing. And but if you play for any length of time, they're going to get you for something. Like, we were so committed to playing for nothing for so long that, like, we did 2 streams, and both times they gave us an allowance to spend, and they would like, and we'll pay you back. And we're like, spend that money, you pay me back. Yeah. And both times we were like, I don't know, man. I don't want to like run out there and spend money when it's not my money. And like, that's a whole different thing. Like, I didn't want to encourage people to do something that I wasn't going to do.
And that was the thing. Like, do you remember like their messaging in the sponsorship? Like, they were like, encourage people to spend with you. They're like, spend $10 and say who's spending, who's buying some shards with, like, all these little things. It's like, no, that's so icky.
Right?
Like, I am not going to encourage
funny,
people to shovel money into this video game just because you're
Right.
giving me free money to shovel money into a video game. Like, that is disgusting.
That felt
That is
weird.
disgusting. Yeah. So, like, we
It
didn't
was
spend.
funny too, because I wanted to. I was like, I want some of that shit. but-
I wanted to, well, but I didn't. Like, on principle, I'm like, I'm not doing that.
Right.
I'm not doing that.
Although if you watch us play today, I'd probably do it, because I do. I have spent money on it now. It's a totally different scenario. I'd be like, yeah, I probably wouldn't buy that right now, but I'm gonna right now.
Yeah. I almost spent recently, and I'm like, nope, no more.
Right.
I spent last month, I think, on something stupid. So yeah.
Went through a phase of getting shards, and Now I've just got tons of champs that need work. So I'm like, I'm not pulling anymore. Now I've got piles that are just waiting to get pulled later. You know, I'm like, nope, not doing it. So yeah.
See, I've been taking your advice on that, and I've stopped YOLOing my shards.
Oh, well, I had started doing it because of you, and I'm not now, but I was. So it's funny, you know, because you had all those champs I want. I'm like, I guess I just got to YOLO and see what happens, you know. And I started YOLOing and getting different shit, but I was getting good shit. So, but now it's all about where I'm at, bro. There was a time there where I needed lots of champs, so I was like pulling them all the time. But now I don't. Like I've got really good dudes on the sideline, you know. So
yeah,
are you grinding?
Well, I'm not grinding. I'm scooping.
Okay,
technically,
scoop that shit.
If I want to do another bowl, I'll have to grind. But right now, I'm just scoop-a-looping.
So we're gonna hit that shit though. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the recent shit that I pulled. Like, I'm not all that excited to build anything, you know. Kind of just want to keep working on my current lineup.
I'm excited to figure out how to use that Valkyrie. And
oh yeah,
she got me through Fire Night Hard 3, like consistently, but not 4.
Did they not get Betty tonight? They probably didn't get Betty tonight, did they?
That's what I was saying. If you need to grind,
yeah. Well,
do we? How are we doing?
This is probably my last bowl, but I think we should play the Betty White thing.
Let's play the grind that shit while we pack that shit. How's that sound?
How about that? That sounds good.
Hello, this is Betty White. You need some time to grind.
All right, are we gonna hit this thing here? Is that what we're gonna do?
You gotta give me a moment. Now I gotta grind some shit.
What strain you got?
Pink strawberry gelato.
Now I gotta grind some.
I just pulled out a nug, dude.
Now I gotta grind some.
Now I gotta grind some shit.
Let me grind one up.
Love Betty. That's awesome.
Hey, that tongue flick at the end is classic.
Best. It's the fucking best, man.
Classic.
I told you that shit comes on sometimes automatically when I get in the car, right? I moved from iTunes to Spotify recently, and I had a playlist on iTunes that was a bunch of those songs at one point that he'd done for us. And that was the first one, was Grind Some Shit. And now if I jump in the car and it connects automatically with Bluetooth, it goes to play iTunes, not Spotify. And the only songs left in iTunes that it can access are the local ones that I own instead of all the ones that were in the subscription. So it just starts playing that playlist. So sometimes I'll jump in the car and boom, we're going Troy and Jerry full bore.
That's funny. Well, I get basically the same thing happens to me. I'll get in my car and it'll connect and it'll play my pre-show playlist. So it'll start my pre-show playlist with my family in the car. Which is
first one is
you name it. Can you name it?
Pop that pussy.
Yeah,
that's fucking great.
Which is great with the family in the car and like, hey, everybody, let's go get ice cream. Cheers.
Cheers, guys. I'm ready to.
The Ace, formerly known as the Court of the Screwdriver.
Right.
Wait, Screwball. Court of the Screwball. Court of the Screwdriver. What the fuck? That was a... Whoops.
Technically another baseball term. So, he can get one of those. He can make a screwdriver probably, so.
Really? Is screwdriver a baseball term?
Isn't it? Screwball and screw, aren't they different? I don't know. Maybe not. I'm not a baseball guy, so don't take my word on baseball.
I know a screwdriver is a drink. It's like orange juice and vodka, I think.
That's true. Yeah, I like drinking those. Those will work. So You know,
And then there's like the slow screw, which is slow gin and vodka.
slow screw. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Right on.
Now you know. Because it's
Now
the
you know,
Jim
guys.
and Jerry Drink Your Booze show.
Because
When
you
was the
watched
last time you had
this.
alcohol, Jerry?
So what time is it?
Oh, shit.
So probably 5 o'clock, 4:30, 5:30, somewhere in there.
Okay.
Had some beer this afternoon, and then I didn't do a shot of tequila, but I tasted a new tequila, and I had probably about a third of a shot. The beers were at about from 2 to 3:30. Too much beer. Like I left some on the. No, I didn't leave some on the table. She drank it for me. I ordered more beer than I could drink, which isn't a whole lot. I don't drink a lot of beer. Like, what's up?
There we go.
There he is. You the man.
Say hi, Dexter.
Hey, Dex. What's up, buddy?
Dexter's tired.
Yeah. I'll bet. He's so cute.
Dexter had a little seizure this morning.
So glad he's all right.
Yeah, he seems to be doing better now. Huh. Yes, I love you too much.
Yeah.
This is what I do for work. This is what I'm doing in here. This is what I'm doing. Smoking,
He's so
vaping,
cute.
talking to people on the internet. There's millions of people right there. See that,
Right
that tiny hole? No, you can't type. This isn't the time to type. I know you like playing that typing game, but I don't even have it installed right now. So we're just going to have to chill, okay?
That's awesome. He's so cute.
His one eye doesn't produce tears anymore, so he has an ulcer in his eye. And we have to give him drops like 5 or 6 times a day. And then little known fact that I did not know, but for dogs, their tears, their tear ducts, are also what lubricates their nasal cavity. Like for humans, we get the thing from our sinuses and from our throat, but for dogs, it's like from their tears. And because his tears don't work on the one side, his one nose gets like crazy dry and all these like big nasty boogers that come. We gotta like go booger mining and pull these big thick boogers out of his nose. And I'll tell you something, dog boogers, they don't taste anything like human boogers.
Certainly not when they're coming from a dried tear duct side of the nose. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious, man. You sure it's not just his boogers? I mean, you know, maybe other dog boogers that are a little different. Maybe. I don't know. It's been a while since we talked about boogers.
Yeah.
We did, though. We did do. We were talking about boogers and boners that time, remember?
What? Really? I don't remember that topic.
It became a topic, man. We were talking about boogers and boners, man. I don't know why. So
at the same time, or like?
Yeah. Huh. I have to go roll the tape to go find that.
I mean, it'd be a great band name, especially if it was like 2 people dressed like clowns, like two rapping clowns, booger and boners.
Dude, you just went real far down the road with that in an instant. That was great, dude. Like you went right from could have been band named. I've got the outfits and we got the fucking tour figured out and we got the whole fucking stage. That's great. That's fucking perfect, man.
It's like an ICP fan thing. Booger and boner.
Yeah, boogers and boners.
You like that? Do you like this idea?
Yeah.
Like, he howled today, like when I was gone. He's not a howler, but now that I've seen video evidence of him howling, he indeed did howl today.
Wow.
Yeah, it was the cutest thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is it a high pitch one?
I mean, yeah. We're not making fun of you, don't worry. I know.
Like, yeah, you are. I heard the whole boogers and all of it.
Yeah. He's 14 now. 14 and a half.
Wow.
Yeah.
Got some miles on him, man.
He's deaf. He's mostly deaf. I think there's some sounds that he can still magically hear, but he doesn't hear anything when we're calling him. He doesn't hear all the potato chip bags, or he doesn't hear any snacks.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes he'll still hear something outside, or he thinks he hears something, and he'll go a little crazy barking.
Right. So when he's howling at his own shit there. That's for sure.
Yeah.
That's
It's funny because like we have like a kitchen connects to two different living areas, which connect to another connecting room. So there's been times where we're trying to like get him, or he's looking for us, and he's walking around from room to room, and we're chasing him like, Dexter, and he's just fucking walking right
away from you, man. That's hilarious. That's awesome. Well, I'm glad he's doing good, man. He's a cutie. I like that dog, so I'm glad he's doing all right. That's awesome.
Yeah, he probably wants to play fetch. He's ever since he's been a puppy, he's been a relentless fetcher. Nice. Like when he was a young dog, I would intentionally play fetch like on the stairs. So he would be running up and down the stairs multiple times over and over for like 2 hours. You know, like I'd be up there with my laptop programming, or with my phone doing shit, or with a book, you know, talking to people on the phone, playing fetch. just to tire him out. I still do it to this day. When I had the other dog, shit changed for a while. Like I would play fetch in the backyard, and she was more competitive than him, so she whooped his ass at fetch. And it changed the way that he plays fetch. Like he used to be perfect at fetch, and then when we got Luna, she whooped his ass at fetch. And then whenever he would get the ball, he would take it somewhere else. He wouldn't bring it to me. He would bring it he would take it somewhere else, and
definitely fucked up fetch,
and hold it for a while, and then like okay, and then then Luna would have to steal it and bring it back to me. And, but then when she died, he has to learn how to play fetch again. I teach him how to play fetch again. So, but sometimes he still brings it to like 10 feet away. Like he brings it like almost all the way, and then he drops it, and then he fucking starts crying. He'll like sit there and cry at me.
That's him being a cat. That's the cat in him, man, doing that shit.
Oh, yeah, you know I'm talking about you now, huh?
Yeah. Cats do everything just out of arm's reach. I'm like, motherfucker, if you're a little closer, I'll tell you. Nope.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's your shit. That's your game.
That's a Dexter for you.
That's his shit. That's what he wants me to do right now.
Right? Well, go play some fetch with Dexter, man. He's awesome. He deserves it.
Yeah, I do it every day. Every day. It's on my list of daily to-dos on my,
I love that
whiteboard. Like 1 hour of dog time.
Oh, that's great.
Right. A lot of times he gets like 2 hours though.
Nothing wrong with that.
He's such a diva.
Awesome, man.
All right, Jerry.
Ready to boogie? Ready to boogie?
I'm ready to boogie.
You want me to pick it?
Yeah, remember we're not going to be here next Friday, but we are going to launch a video on YouTube. So around stream time, there'll be it's a lengthy video. It's like 50 minutes, and it's a fun one. There's some good shit with the guest that we'll see again here in the live stream soon. So it's a little preview. It's a preview of an upcoming live session. So next Friday on the YouTubes. On the YouTube.
And we'll see you live in 2 weeks. So you guys are awesome.
Yeah. Dexter, can you tell them to like, comment, subscribe if you're watching the replay?
Say it.
Please.
Oh, dude, we'll get his eye right on the ET thing.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Are you ready?
Where is it? It's right here.
Keep going there.